Hey, what's up, guys? Conflicted Hero here, ready to rock and roll with a brand new YouTube video. And this video is going to be the how to be an effective squad lead video. We're going to go into great detail on how you can be a very effective, squad leader for your team, for your squad. And also, when your team is failing, how you can continue to be an effective squad lead. So we're going to talk about two major things. One, how to be an effective squad lead, and two, how to be an effective squad lead even though your team isn't being effective as far as winning and capping the different points on the map. So with that being said, I'm going to commentate this entire experience as far as this entire game. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I was thinking at the time, why it's important to make the different moves that I made, and the communication between me and my squad mates, guys. I realized that it's extremely important, extremely important, guys, to make sure that your squad has an idea of what is really going on, okay? Because there are a lot of people who just start to play this game and think that this is just like another Halo, right? Or some type of Call of Duty game where it's all about you and you're just trying to get as many kills as you possibly can, rather than actually being a squad mate in your squad. This game is all about teamwork, guys. This game is all about talking. This game, if you don't have a mic, don't play this game. There are a lot of people who will literally block, or I'm sorry, cut you from the squad. They'll kick you from the squad if you don't have a mic. Okay, so if you're not like coherent, if you aren't really in game and paying attention to what's going on, and if you're not with your squad, you do have the risk of being kicked. But we're going to talk about again, specifically how to be an effective squad leader, and how you as a squad leader can bring your team into victory, even if you don't have much knowledge on the game. Now, with that being said, also, if you have no knowledge about this game, don't be a squad lead, because you're wasting your time, your squad mates' time, and believe it or not, you're wasting the entire team's time. Because if you don't know how to do simple things like, locating yourself on the map, understanding what the different vehicles in the game can do, if you don't understand what capturing a point means, understanding what the yellow symbol means and the purple symbol, if you don't know what these simple objectives are in this game, then don't be a squad lead, guys. Alright, just again, try to, if you don't know anything about the game, again, try to be a medic, because a medic actually is one of the hardest positions in this game. And if you can be an effective medic, you'll see that you can be an effective squad mate. Because as a medic, you gotta be with your squad, and if you're not, you're probably going to get kicked, or your whole team will die.
I'm not sure what specific.
So you'll see how important it is to honestly be a part of your squad as a medic. So let's just jump right in, guys. Right now, I am on my way to Tire Factory, and I have another squad mate on their way to what's that place called? I can't really see it, but the place on the right, the yellow place. So yeah, guys, knowing where you're going is important. Making sure that your squad mates understand what's going on at all times is important. You guys are going to hear me as a squad lead repeat myself a lot of times. Why? Because it's a possibility that someone in the squad didn't hear me. Also, it's a possibility that someone in the squad didn't understand me. So I'm going to keep saying things over and over so that everybody in the squad can understand, and also differentiate my voice from everybody else's voice in the squad. Okay?
See you on the other side.
tunnel, push tunnel, push tunnel, push tunnel, push tunnel.
Left, 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 left.
So right now we're actually capping these points. We're gonna make sure that the points are capped and that the guys that are down by train tunnel can get the FOB up, and then we can start advancing to the next location. You're gonna hear me a lot thanking my squad mates. You're gonna hear me a lot complimenting my squad mates on different things that they do, because again, it is extremely important to be engaged, guys, because if you're not engaged as a squad leader, you can't expect your squad mates to be engaged too, which means you're probably not going to work as a team, which means you're probably going to end up getting yelled at and getting frustrated because you're not being able to cap locations when other squad leaders are asking you questions like, why isn't this being capped? You're here, why aren't you capping this? It's going to get really aggravating. So communication is key, guys. Now, you heard him say the hab is up. We're almost done capping. Location, so you can't just like run away. I think we'll see. Let's just cap. What's up with the cap on the lumberyard?
Okay, hab's up.
So the communication right now is actually going very, very well. Believe it or not, this is actually a lot of communication. Believe it or not.
Contact is by the hab. He's down though. There'll probably be more. Alright, good job, man.
Are they inside the tunnel?
Hey, seems like they got a
dude. Yo, dude with the FOB truck. Yo, dude with the Lati truck.
Cool.
Yo. I'm actually kind of glad he didn't stop and trade. Because we really do need this Logi truck, and you'll see why.
Contacts full squad in the main tunnel, train tunnel.
So he doesn't have to go all the way back.
I've marked it.
Guys, what about factory? Okay, my squad going to the flat.
Guys, get in the FOB truck. Let's move the flats. Let's go. Striker, I need you to move a little quicker. Push flats. Everyone, get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. Let's push in the flats. Once that striker gets here, then we'll push in with this Logi truck. In the meantime, let's cap flats.
I have a fob in here.
Roger that. That's why we didn't go in guns blazing. Guys, no. Alright, so as you guys can already see, you let me know. I want the striker in there. I am currently holding my squad right on top of this hill so that we can get down and look right at flats. Squad 5 is advancing and pushing into flats, so we're going to hold until Squad 5 can get inside of flats, put down a radio, and we'll hopefully be able to bring that Logi in to drop supplies for that FOB at flats.
No, we're not in control of the tunnel yet.
If I could go back in time, I would have told that striker to actually come down south by that road, because he's not actually getting eyes in that little section there where the street kind of goes in two different directions, which means that it just leaves it open for enemy vehicles to keep eyes down on flats.
Squad 4, are we still cap?
Scully, I don't know, but I think I saw someone at the building at 196.
Guys, can you build a repair station for me?
Guys, who has the supply truck? I plan to plant the fob at the flats.
I got it. Go ahead. Place it down.
Yeah, but can I have a repair station on flat? On train tunnel.
There was, an enemy came in
Place
from
down the radio, dude, so I can drop supplies.
An enemy came from the northwest.
Come in, Squad 5. Do you know how to place down a radio?
We have the full enemy squad at the flat. Inside green building.
Squad 8, they're enemy soldiers, and I'm gunning them down.
Striker, there's an enemy vehicle on me. Coming down the road. Flying down the road. Right here. Look on the map. Coming down flats. On this road.
I got shot. A shot.
Squad Lead 5, can you put down a radio?
Was large truck.
Dude, can someone tell Squad 5 to put the radio down? I don't know if he understands English. I'm being dead serious. Squad 5, can you please put the radio down?
You want to me to open the radio?
What?
Yes, he wants
Yeah.
the radio down.
Yeah, put the radio down. Yeah.
What the hell, dude? We're about to lose because he didn't put the radio down. I have the logic.
Saying something about enemy vehicle.
I have no idea what he's saying. I can't understand him. It's
I
not
mean,
hard, man. You just gotta put
it's
it down.
really difficult
Squad 5, I
to,
can't
you know, be a squad lead with a purpose, with an objective, and can't move forward when the communication
Dude,
between two squad leads isn't happening.
you want me to go down there? Negative. No. Everyone stay up here.
There goes our Logi truck.
Striker, I hear an enemy vehicle inbound. Inbound.
Looks like they might have inside train tunnel as well.
Right there, moving away.
Striker, you gotta be more effective. You gotta get on the road, Striker. You gotta start getting in the flats.
Can you guys build a repair
Yo,
station
Squad
and train
5,
tunnels?
I
That will
fucking
be
hate you. I
appreciated.
fucking hate you, Squad 5. You're the reason why this logic truck's
Hey,
fucked.
don't talk
You
talk
fucking
like that.
idiot! I can't press the fucking top. I lost all my guys.
We just lost that logic.
Guys, don't talk
we
like
lost
that.
We lost the
Oh.
logic truck.
I'm gonna get light anti-tank.
Guys, you're
Oh,
all,
Yeah, so you guys don't
talk
want to
like
do that as a
adults, please.
squad lead,
If you
like
don't,
lose your
I'm
cool.
gonna,
You know, it's just
tell to
that
the
situation
admin
was so
that
aggravating.
both will be banned.
And I just couldn't understand
There's a
what the squad 5 leader was doing. I don't know why you didn't put a rally down for one.
Not sure if it's outside or
I
inside.
don't understand why the communication was so, I guess, distant between us two, and 3. What happened to the striker?
I mean, again, I shouldn't have blown up on the guy, but this is a very competitive Squad 3, game, if you're able,
Considering there's like 78
build a
people
repair
on
station
one
for me.
server, and obviously
on train tunnel.
everybody wants to win. So when you fall short with the 8 or 10 guys that you have under your control, then everyone starts to look at you as if you're not doing your job, and because they don't know what's going on between the two squad leads. So this was really infuriating for me. I actually had to take a breather. I was gonna freak out on this guy, but believe it or not, it's not him. It wasn't him. It was the whole team. The whole team basically just wasn't able to hold down the points as well as we should have. And I think it's because of 2 things. One, there was no real communication between the squad leaders as far as once we got on these points. Yes, we were talking about us being able to start tapping points, but none of us were explaining
the view from the enemy, as far as how close they are, where they are, and how we can hopefully
Enemy
hold
on
down
the
these
fence.
positions. But as the game continues
I'm
on,
going to help you with my
I'm able to get into flats myself, considering I don't have a Logi truck. So now I'm just acting as a squad lead, trying to hold down a position that is basically
I'm on my
impossible to
way.
hold down, considering the fact that we don't have a FOB. If you guys don't know what a FOB is, it's a point where anybody on the team can spawn. Okay, very, very important in squad to put down an FOB. Rallies are really smart too. Rallies should always be updated, but the whole team can't spawn on it, right? And there's only a certain amount of spawn opportunities that can actually go down on the rallies. So keep that in mind, squad leads.
There is a marksman.
But
in flats.
again, I'm inside of flats. I'm in the cap zone. There's a lot of enemy soldiers in here, so I'm guessing Squad 5 was obviously wiped out. I didn't get that intel from Squad 5. I really didn't get any intel from Squad 5. The only thing I heard was that he was inside of flats and that he wanted to put a radio down. So after trying to hold this area down, me and Squad 5 were able to get on better terms, I guess. That's him actually right there on the left. We were talking about a couple things, but it was just a little bit of a misunderstanding between us. But now that the Logi truck is inbound and the supplies have been dropped, we're actually able to put down an FOB. Now here's the hard part, okay? When you put down an FOB, obviously you don't want other squads to see it, or other teams to see the FOB. Why? Well, because then they'll take it out, dig up the radio, and then you're basically done. So it was really difficult for me to basically put this FOB up when I already know that there's enemy here, like literally waiting
They're
for
pretty
us
much
to
all stuck
either
inside
leave this
their
building.
hub.
I mean, they already have the drop
They've
on
got
us. They
a
know where we
hexball,
are. You
which
can
we're trying to
obviously
dig down.
hear us
Right,
firing
at the
at them.
same time.
So we were already in trouble from the get.
Yeah, I guess so.
Where my body
I
is,
figured
squad
it would have been a good idea to put it on the side of that
Coming from
building. Why? Because I thought the enemy was more to the left. I had no idea they were directly in front of us. I think that I should have thought it through a little bit better, and I would have put it behind the building that we were just in, right? So I would have put it right behind that building instead of to the right of that building. Can't put down a rally because the enemies are within 50 meters or 50 millimeters, sorry.
Can you be ready sometime soon?
So at this very moment, I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing for me to do as a squad lead. Obviously I want to update the rally. Obviously I need to get another Logi run so that I can start building more cover for us, but doesn't necessarily seem as so. So you guys are gonna I want you guys to watch this specifically, because this is all about direction, this is all about communication, and this is all about being an effective squad lead right here.
Toss a grenade to your left side, to that little building on your left. There are a little group of guys there. I don't know if they're all dead. That's where I died.
Why am I telling him to fire down there? To scare the enemy off, why I throw smoke so that they can start building the FOB, right?
Hold up, Wolf. I'm gonna put smoke out. You gotta dig all this shit.
So let's wait for that smoke to start
Firing down there. Fire down there, dude.
blocking for cover,
Hey Wolf, can you run
and then I
quad
can
lead and build
hopefully
that
get
house,
my
please?
squad
Relax,
mates
bro. We're working on it.
Yeah.
We're
to
up here. We're seeing what's
start building this little FOB up, which is extremely important, believe it or not.
Smoke goes up, Wolf.
Still can't put down a rally.
Squad 4, be advised, there's nobody on the hub defending it. There might be someone just flanking from the south if you're not careful. Yeah, there's nobody there at the moment.
16 seconds on the rally. Wait, Wolf. Wait.
Copy that.
So obviously that was ineffective.
Shit,
Why?
Back up,
Well,
back up.
because for one, I didn't put a rally up sooner. For two,
Who's digging?
we
Is that
weren't
friendly
able
digging?
to get inside of flats as a unit, as a full squad, and you know, again, this is a team sport. You know, I couldn't do it all myself. I tried at that moment. I really did. I should have started communicating with Squad 5 as far as, you know, pointing out where the enemies are so that my squad can start at least, you know, shooting at the enemies. But as you can already see, Squad 5 is nowhere inbound. Squad 5 brought these vehicles here and left them there, which is a big no-no. If you're going to put a vehicle somewhere, then at least put a rally near it so that if, you know, you do die, you can spawn on the rally and get that vehicle out of play, right? Because if they are on the vehicle and it doesn't get blown up, then the vehicle doesn't respawn, which means the vehicle is inactive, which means you can't use the vehicle,
That's my
which
squad,
means
squad 3.
you're basically screwed, right? So we're gonna make a power move here, which is to spawn obviously at main. As you guys can see, Squad 5 is hanging out at main, not really doing anything, not really contributing, which aggravates me because, again, Squad 5 is the squad that I'm basically working with when it comes to capping these points, and they're here just hanging out.
This shit pisses me off, man. That's the reason. He's the reason why we lost flats, man.
Hey, squad lead, I think I know where their fob is.
Talk to me.
If you see that shit box, south of flats,
Give me a second. I'm driving currently. Say not to talk on the phone and drive at the same time. Give me a minute. Oh, okay. I'll try to get something down on it.
Killed so many people, wow.
Speak up, drivers.
Alright, so as of right now, I'm putting down this FOB, which
Absolute
is
meat grinder.
extremely
Sorry,
important, guys. And again, as you guys already know, why do you need a FOB?
What kind of game
So that your entire team can spawn on the point.
Yeah.
Now,
Someone
is
give
this
me,
the best place to put an
that
FOB?
please.
Absolutely not. You never, ever want to
What
put an
casinos are you
FOB
signed up for?
in an open location where there's nothing hiding it, because obviously if they see it, then it can be taken out
Brigada?
easily.
Or Bally's?
But drastic measures
Brigada
call.
in, season?
I literally just got shot putting
Are you guys
the
all good or
FOB
what?
down, which means that at this point, let's just get the FOB up and get some guys to spawn in so that we can go and take flats, right? Because we can't put the FOB in flats, but we're on top of the hill that we can at least see what's going on down in flats. That's extremely important.
Get it refilled so we can build a successful hab on flats.
So a very important habit for me as a squad lead is to make sure that even when I'm dead or down, I'm still providing my squad mates with intel on what's going on the map. Always. Why? Because if I'm dead and I'm just looking at the screen and my squad's trying to hold down a position, they're going to be asking me questions like, what do we do? Where do we go? Where's the enemy? And I don't really have the time nor the
manage to dig up
patience
the
to
radio?
answer everybody's questions. So why not just
Now we're getting there.
put down, you know, icons on the map that, again, allows everybody on the squad to see what's going on. There is nothing wrong
Guys,
with
get your
reminding
smokes
your
out
squad,
southeast. I'm gonna start building
you know,
walls, okay?
to
Get your
use
smokes
all
out
of the
southeast.
equipment
I'm
that they
gonna start
have on
building
them.
some Hesco walls.
I
Go.
think a lot of people just don't know how to use a lot of the equipment, especially grenades for one. I feel like people use grenades to actually kill people when it's interesting. Like, you don't want to necessarily throw a grenade when you see somebody. You know, you want to
Yes,
shoot
mate.
them.
Was that?
But if you
I was just
feel
saying, can you
or
confirm
if you
that the enemy
hear
house is down on the
players basically like moving around inside of a building or over a wall, then yes, that seems like the greatest time to throw a grenade.
We need to capture
Because,
focus first,
you know,
but- sorry, man,
on
I'm not sure I
some
quite got you. I've got
teams,
people
like the
speaking over
American
you.
team,
One
for
second.
one, you only get
No,
one
no.
grenade. So if you use that one grenade, you know,
Sorry, mate, what was
99% of the time,
I was thinking
you're not
somebody
going to go
removed
and
the
get
phone.
another
Ah,
one,
mark
right?
train tunnel. Can
So
you confirm
keep
that
that
it's
in
been
mind,
put down?
guys. You know, use these tools effectively.
Yeah, well,
Don't just
same
use the
said.
tools because you think that's what they're used for. Like, actually go on YouTube, actually watch people play, and see why they're using these tools. Okay? Smoke is important. Why? Because smoke covers the enemy's view. You don't want to cover your view. You want to cover the enemy's view. You want to be able to see, okay? Don't put smoke in front of you, because all I have to do is throw a grenade inside that smoke, and believe it or not, I'm probably going to end up killing you. So, again, throw smoke at your enemy. If you throw smoke at yourself, it's usually because you're either, one, in a location that we're in where we're on top of a hill, so smoke on us is always good because the enemy has to come uphill to literally see us. But if you're in an open field and you're throwing smoke in front of you when they're in an open field too, I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. I don't think that really makes much sense, because if you're in an open field and they're in an open field and you're throwing smoke, by the time you get that smoke out, I'm pretty sure they'll probably be close enough to you where the smoke won't even be effective. You get what I'm saying? So again, guys, try to look up reasons why you have all these tools on you, and how to be effective with these tools. But right now, as you guys can already tell, we're just trying to hold down this FOB point for right now, while these other guys on the other side of the map can continue to defend train tunnel. Alright guys, let's get this. Now, I'm obviously saying that because, again, I don't want my squad to get discouraged, right? I'm trying to get my squad to stay encouraged. They're doing a wonderful job, magnificent job. These guys are working so hard. I haven't had to ask a squad mate, to do anything crazy like, stop running away or stop spawning on different locations. Like, everything has been pretty upbeat and pretty positive within my squad, so I'm truly appreciative of that. I don't think that has anything to do with me. If any of that has anything to do with me, it's because I seem like I know what I'm doing, and I feel like a lot of people can cater to people who act like they know what they're doing. Because as a squad lead, you want to make sure that your squad knows that they can trust you, right? You're not putting them in danger. Obviously, they know this is the worst place to put an FOB, but they're working hard at making sure it can work, right?
Shit, that was about.
Alright, so apparently we were pushed out of that location by incoming fire. Basically, a grenade took us all out on that fob point. And it's really sad because we were actually working really hard at holding down that point, waiting for Squad 5 to come in and help us out there, but didn't turn out that way. So I made an executive decision as a squad lead to spawn in at main. Now, spawning in at main gave me the ability to get vehicles. What vehicle did I get? I got a tank, and I also got a Logi truck. Why? Because what we're going to do now is we're going to build a fob at this location here. Why? Because if we were to lose train station, then that means we're going to get pushed back to this location, which is Lumber Yard. So if there's a fob here and we're pushed back at train tunnel, then everybody will be able to be effective on Lumber Yard, and we can't get pushed back any further. I want to make sure that my squad knew why I did what I did, and I think I actually explained to them why I put a FOB here. And I think they were able to understand, which is really good too. So yeah, I mean, we worked really hard. It was a really fun battle. It was unfortunate that in the beginning of the game, me and the squad leader on the Squad 5 weren't able to really communicate very well. But again, guys, this is a team sport, and because I had an effective squad, we were able to again bring some points to our team, but we were also able to communicate very well and hold down areas for our entire team to spawn in at, right?
As you guys can tell, I'm literally leading a squad on the point at flats, and I'm leading a squad here with me at lumberyard, right? So, you know, I did my best to make sure that, you know, we were all effective in our own little realm of objectives. With that being said, the game basically ended quickly right after we started pushing into that location. It was a good game. We lost, but it was a good game. It was a fantastic game. I had a great time. But I hope that this video gives you guys a better and a broader sense of what a squad lead position or a squad lead role requires. For one, it requires communication. 2, it requires direction. 3, requires knowledge about the game. And I'm gonna add this in for the sake of this video. 4, respect, guys. I had no respect for Squad 5. You know, I yelled at him, I cursed at him, you know, I used you know, words that I don't normally use, and I said things that I don't usually say. But again, this is a very competitive game. This is a, you know, very, you know, one of my favorite games, guys, and I get really aggravated easy, especially when I see the potential in the team that I'm on, and when one person just doesn't, you know, is not in tuned, it really messes everything up. But with that being said, guys, check out, you know, more videos that I have about being a squad leader to get, you know, more tips and tricks on how to be effective. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. I truly appreciate that. Come through again and watch more. All right, see you guys later. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and dislike if you don't like the video, guys. Conflicted over and out.